On Saturday, April 5th, 2025, millions of us across America are going to march in protest of the Trump administration. Please, please, please join us. Please share this video with as many people in America as you possibly can. You guys, we're running out of time. Trump is moving so fast and he's winning. We have to fight back. It's our last chance to ensure our democracy. Go to www.handsoff2025.com. www.handsoff2025.com. Please share this video with as many people as possible. We have to show up on Saturday, April 5th. Thank you.
On April 5th, 1 million people will march against Donald Trump. They will take to the streets protesting a man who has spent years sowing division, emboldening white supremacy, and using fear as a weapon. And yet, for us, black people, this movement is not new. We have marched. We have protested. We have bled in the streets, demanding freedom, justice, and dignity. From the moment our ancestors were stolen and forced onto this land, we have resisted. The Civil Rights Movement, the Black Panther Party, the Ferguson Uprising, our bodies, our voices, our sacrifices have shaped the very foundation of every movement for justice in this country. But let's be clear, we have done enough. To the people, mainly white folks, who voted for Trump and now regret it, this is your fight. You put him in office. Y'all ignored our warnings. Y'all watch as he tore families apart, fueled racial violence, and turned the highest seat in the land into a platform for hate. Y'all march, y'all protest. Because when we march, we were met with state-sanctioned violence. The police, the offshoot of the runaway slave patrols, have always been used to suppress our movements, to criminalize our resistance, to break our spirits. How many of our people have been beaten, arrested, surveilled, and killed for daring to demand change? This system has never been for us, no matter who sits in the White House. It has always been our grassroots movement, for us, by us, that have had the most impact. We built schools when they refused to educate us. We create mutual aid when the government let us starve. We protected our own when the police came to terrorize us. From the Underground Railroad to Black Wall Street, from the Freedom Riders, our power has never come from begging the system. It has come from us. So on April 5th, black people, let's do something different. Let's reclaim our time. Instead of marching, let's invest in black joy, black rest, and black unity. Gather in your communities, celebrate, heal, organize, and build. Because no matter whatever happens in the White House, our liberation will never come from this government. It will come from our power, our love, and our commitment to each other. April 5th, we rest, we rise, we build. I don't encourage anyone to put their lives at further risk and give this regime more reason to enact violence on innocent people.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Rose M React. In today's video, we talk about the hands-off protest and why the black Americans are deciding not to get involved. This protest is to happen on the 5th of April across the US, mainly led by the white voters who are now furious at Trump's policies. But here's the thing, black Americans want everyone about Trump from the very beginning and are now saying this is not our fight. And honestly, can you blame them? They saw this coming. They want people and they were ignored. They were mocked or even told that they were quote-unquote playing the race card. Now, after refusing to listen, white protesters are asking the black people to stand with them. That's where the problem comes. Before we get to the story, let me play a few clips on the same and I'll be back with my commentary. All credits goes to the original creators of these videos. Kindly consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out on such topics.
So did y'all hear about April 5th? On April 5th, there's to be a national protest that's, led by a company, a progressive movement company by the name of Indivisible. And the protest is for Trump and Elon Musk. Black people, listen. That has nothing to do with us at all. If you get on Google and you Google Civil War in 2025, look at the data that all of these major companies have collected in regards of talking to the people and saying, do you believe there'll be a civil war and what is the likelihood of you being involved? These people want to go to war with each other. That has nothing to do with us. Stay out the way. Do something that'll help you be more progressive in your community. That can make you more self-sufficient. That can have you in a better position if things in this country are to hit the fan, which they are. Right.
All my black folks, y'all better not be there trying to protest or rally. Make sure on April 5th that you are at home, at work, minding your business, reading a book, learning a new skill, your content. But make sure you're just not at that rally. Make sure you're not at that protest. It's not for us. Let them fight their own battles. we show up, it's not going to turn out pretty. It's going to get ugly. Bringing me back in time. Like, I'm really trying to more focus on this TikTok stand or not. Like, I'm not focusing on that. Oh my God. Did y'all hear what's going on? Like, April 5th, they're having like a mass mobilization day, a lot of protesting, rallying, and this is for the march called Hands Off. The reason why they're calling that, based on what I researched, you know, Trump and Elon Musk are basically putting their hands on everything they can right now, with our healthcare, our jobs, our data, our services. You know, this protest is supposed to be like hands off. Like, you know, you guys are trying to control everything, and it's like, no, we're not for this. You know, we're trying to get our economy back and our government back. It's not going to be a peaceful protest if you're going against Trump and Elon Musk. Like, it's not going to be pretty. For the people that voted for him, this is not for us. Do not go to this rally or this protest. Let them deal with it on their own. So make sure you're home or doing something productive and minding your business, okay? Good luck to the people that do go. Good luck to y'all.
Before Trump got elected, the black voters spoke about what could happen. They warned about the dangers of his policies, how they would hurt not just the minorities, but the very white voters who supported him. They pointed out how Trump's history of racism, his lack of concern for democracy, and his disregard for working class people. But instead of listening, many white voters either dismissed these warnings or actively supported Trump, believing that his policies would only hurt, quote-unquote, other people. Fast forward to today, and now the same white voters are facing the consequences of their choices. They are furious, they are scared, and now they want everyone, including the black Americans, to join them in the protest. But let's be real, that's not how this works. The black Americans have spent centuries fighting for their rights. They have marched, they have protested, and organized again and again, only to be met with resistance, to be met with silence, or even violence. When they were fighting against police brutality, voter suppression, and systematic racism, how many of these white protesters were marching alongside them? Some were sure, but many were not. Some of them were even the ones calling protests as riots and saying things like "just comply" when black people were being brutalized by the police. Now that their own rights are being threatened, they now understand why protests are important. They want solidarity, they want unity, they want numbers. But where was the energy when the black Americans needed support? And that's why so many black people are choosing to sit on this one. It's not about pettiness, it's not about revenge, it's about accountability. If people make political choices, even after being warned, they have to deal with the results. Black Americans are simply saying, we told you this would happen, and now you want us to fix it for you? No. Another thing to consider is that the black people have been protesting for centuries, and most of the time, they have had to do it alone. When they were fighting for voting rights in the 60s, where was this massive white outrage? When they were marching for the Black Lives Matters, how many of these people were saying all lives matters instead? And let's not forget, many of the people now asking for black support were the same ones telling black folks to stop complaining just a few years ago. They voted for Trump, believing that things would only get worse for immigrants, for the black communities, and for other minorities. They thought they were safe. Now, when those same policies are affecting them, they want help. But that's not how solidarity works. You don't get to ignore a community's struggle for years and then expect them to fight for you when you are the one in trouble. Unity is not just about showing up when it benefits you. It's about consistently supporting each other, even when the issues don't directly affect you. Some people will argue that protests are stronger when everyone unites. And yes, that is true to an extent. But unity has to be built on trust and mutual respect. You can't dismiss a group's concerns for years and then demand their help when you're struggling. That's not unity. That's using people. Now, does this mean that black people don't care? Not at all. But it does mean that they are prioritizing their own well-being. their own movement and their own communities, because history has shown them that when the fight is over, white protesters go back to their lives while black Americans are left to deal with the aftermath. They have seen this pattern too many times before, and they are not falling for it again. And honestly, this is a wake-up call for everyone. It's a reminder that if you want support, you have to give it too. You can't just show up when your rights are in danger. You have to show up when everyone's right is in danger. You have to care before it affects you personally. So what's the lesson here? It's simple. If you ignore the marginalized communities when they warn you about danger, don't expect them to rush to your defense when it finally reaches. Black Americans are not obligated to fix a problem they didn't create. They are choosing to stand back, watch, and let those responsible deal with the mess they made. Do you agree that the black Americans are right to stay out of this? Or do you think they should still join them for the sake of the bigger cause? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you find this discussion helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.